Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You are here on the home of the Slightly Above Average Ship Review. I am your host KPZ, an average player in World of Warships Legends. Alright, we're here on Trident in a domination match, and as you can see we are down tier, and we are in the new Tier 5 Japanese premium battleship, the Hyuga. Now I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Maybe I just said the Danish word for the moment of comfort with your friends. I think I saw that in an IKEA commercial. Who knows? So whether I spoke Japanese or Danish there, if you know any better, let me know in the comments. All right, so this is a really strong ship. I think it's right up there with the Warspite as the best premium Tier 5 battleship. Warspite still maybe number one because it's got better AA, probably better secondaries. Didn't really get a chance to delve into the secondary of the Hyuga here. I'm sure if Alec Trev is watching, he's going to be very disappointed it isn't a secondary build, but I just couldn't really make that work for me. Now, I only played 3 or 4 games trying it as a secondary ship, and it didn't really work out. But I brought you this game because I want to illustrate this, and this is the long-range gunnery of the Hyuga. Here we shot at a Leon, and we got a fair number of hits there. Keep in mind we're shooting a 12 shell broadside salvo at these ships, so if I'm remembering correctly in my video preview, I think 7 out of those 12 shells hit. Dispersion, not great. Shell grouping's pretty good. We are using Takeo Takagi, the accuracy commander. Here we've got Andrea Doria, same tier ship, and no problem getting some hits there as well. And I'm just trying to manage my broadside versus getting shells out here. Here's an Exeter. Obviously you should target cruisers first and foremost in a battleship. So there's a hit to Citadel and a pretty good encounter so far. Do get set on fire. Battleship spamming HE, poor form. And we're going to take another bite at the Exeter Apple here as he tries to go high behind the island. We have attracted the attention of the carrier. I am maneuvering, but we do get that hit to Citadel, that first blood, and kill number 1. Thankfully, you saw there we ate those torpedoes before they activated. So always a valid tactic. You know, the Hyuga doesn't really maneuver very well. It's not slow, depending on your commander skill choices, but it's not fast. I want to say it's just over 26 knots, maybe 26.1 knots in the water, depending on your skill choices. But yeah, you're not going to be ducking and dodging torpedoes. Thankfully, I think you have pretty good armament in the ship, so that may not be a concern. Here we've got a California, again, giving us the broadside. I mean, we have been shot at. You know, ships know we're here. It's not like I'm just out here in the middle of nowhere, invisible. We do cap out the Bravo cap. We do take some more fire from the Andrea Doria. We didn't really have an impressive result there against California. And more torpedoes are coming in, so I'm trying to back up and turn in to dodge those a little bit. Second salvo at the California, full broadside. And that looked pretty horrific, but we do get another hit to Citadel, and looked like we disabled a turret as well. He is finished off by our teammates. All right. Got back to the Leon, way over here, the first ship we shot at. I think we're gonna shoot here. Maybe I thought the better of it. I don't know, maybe, I don't think I like the angle he was at, so I decided to go after the Andrea Doria again. And again, dispersion, not as good, but the shell grouping, I think, is pretty good. I rarely play Japanese ships that are battleships, pardon me. Rarely play Japanese battleships, so I can't tell you if that's better or worse than the Fuso or the Congo or any other ship. I just don't know. I rarely play them. But I think I'll be playing the Hyuga a lot because I like this ship a lot. More salvos here at the Andrea Doria. No citadels, but punched him very hard 4 times and an overpen, and he is finished off by another one of our teammates. Got the Leon over here. You can see shells coming over my head. And our team is decimating the other team. They have 1 kill on our carrier. I really don't know how that happened. We're going to shoot here at the Leon, full broadside again. And we get a mixed bag of hits there. And it looks like he is continuing to back up. And I think right here, I'm just like, you know what? I don't think he's going to be alive, so I'm not going to bother shooting. And he is dead. See? There you go. All right, Mutsu B over here, one of the 3 ships left on the enemy team. And, you know, like I said in the beginning, I feel very confident if I was top tier, you know, in the right scenario, this ship easily could get a Kraken. Easily. Very, very accurate at range. You've seen that. Has no problem holding its own against higher tier ships. Now, granted, not a lot of HE spam coming in here. I think if there were a couple Weimars out there, maybe you're going to have a bad day, you know. But in terms of long-term accuracy, if you like fighting at distance, the Hyuga can do that. It has pretty good secondaries. I don't remember exactly what's special about them. But I think you're getting all HE secondaries. We'll have to look at it in the port and see if I can remember what was said about it. Here, the Mutsu is turning away, so our shells are falling short. And so I'm just trying to get around this island, because I know the aircraft carrier is over here as well. And I would love to say I realized I was not going at full speed, but I did not realize I was not going at full speed until right then. Alright, carrier is safe for now, so we're going to shoot again at the Mutsu. This would just be an utter kill pinch if we manage to hit him. Shots out. He doesn't have a whole lot of health left. And he turns in, and he's going to get finished off by someone else. It's all good in the hood. All right. Moving on to the Serov. You are about to see some one-punch power, folks. So if a ship, and you already saw it in the Exeter, but if a ship like a carrier, like the Serov, gives you near a full broadside, these Japanese guns hit hard. They hit hard. Okay? Especially against a ship like this. So you're a cruiser deleter in this thing. You're also a carrier deleter. Check out the shell grouping. Sayonara means goodbye. Good grief. Alright, get some milestones here for the Flandre campaign. We got a high caliber medal, devastating strike medal for that last kill, and a first blood medal. A bunch of progress ribbons, got some bureau things. We ended up with 143,452 total damage. 2 kills, I think it's 6 hits to Citadel, 1 solo base cap. Just short of 325,000 silver, 7132 ship XP and commander XP. There we are at the top of the board in the Hyuga, 2641, 2 kills, down tier. Rest assured, if you are top tier, you are going to dominate in this ship. I would put it as 1B. The Warspite, based on the AA, for me, is going to be 1A. All right. Very, very strong ship. Let's take a look at it here in the port. Upgrades, aiming system mod 1, a must. You are fighting at range. And of course, damage con in the second slot. 3 charges of the repair party. 3 charges of the spotter plane. And 2 charges of the main battery reload booster. We're running the epic battle booster to increase our main battery range and movement speed and reduce the cooldown on those consumables. Got this Type 9 permanent camo, and of course the Marine Day 21 flag. Stats, 60,700 hit points and a 34% torpedo damage reduction with our build. Got those 6 twin 356 millimeter turrets, 18.7 kilometer firing range, reload in 27.4 seconds turn. I think it says 32.7 seconds. HE shells 5,700 damage, 25% fire chance. AP shells 11,220 damage. Here's your secondaries. The range is 4.2 kilometers. They're firing HE. The first set reloads every 6 seconds, does 2,100 damage with a 8% fire chance. The second set reloads every 8 seconds, does 2,400 HE shell damage with a 10% fire chance. But again, I didn't perform as well running Kondo and a secondary build in the Hyuga. So it's up to you, I guess, what you want better, but this thing excels at long-range gunnery. I think my video proved that, and that is how I would play it. All right, in a minute here, look at the AA defense. Your first set of secondaries is dual purpose and does count as AA. I'd say this is just below average for the tier. Maneuverability, 23.5 knots with this build, 750 meter turning circle, 15.8 second rudder shift time, and concealment, 13.8 on the surface, 11.6 from the air, 12.5 when firing in smoke. And here's a look at the armor viewer. Take it all off, you get this really wacky looking multi-shape and color kaleidoscope citadel. Some of the edges are beveled, maybe a partial turtleback in the front there. I mean, who the heck knows? MC Escher, please call the front desk. All right, you know, your barbettes and turrets are a little bit more heavily armored on the sides, not on the roof, but I have had them knocked out. Front end, 26-inch bow plating, a rather large and robust armor belt there that you can slap on, so you can take some torpedoes and mitigate that damage a little bit in my experience. Casemate armor and the superstructure. That is the armor view of the Hyuga. Here's our commander, Takeo Takagi. We got Cunningham and D. Ravel. Flammable cannoneer in row 1. I've switched off gyrating drill bits, marksmanship, reaching out XXL, and playing with fire. That's how we ran it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in a sniper battleship at tier 5 and you already have the Warspite, I recommend this one.